Why do individuals applying for Social Security disability have a huge advantage if they're older than age 55? I'm Jonathan Ginsberg. I'm a Social Security disability attorney representing clients in all 50 states. And I can do that because disability hearings have now gone virtual. They're done by phone or video. So no matter where you live, if I can be of assistance to you, I'd be happy to do so via my website. Check it out, ssdanswers.com. I want to talk to you today about why you have such a huge advantage in disability cases if you're age 55 or older. And the reason is fairly practical. Social Security defines disability in terms of how your medical issues prevent you from working. So obviously the medical part of it is a big deal. You've got to have a significant medical problem that prevents you from working. But in addition to the medical side of it, Social Security also considers your age and your level of education. And they realize that as you get older, and if you have less of an education, there are fewer jobs out there that you could possibly do. So, now they would never say it this way, an older individual, older worker with less education, maybe a high school education and less work skills, has an advantage. Now, it doesn't mean you can't win if you have a college education or if you have a professional background or skilled work background. It just means it's some different things we've got to do. But the big factor here is the age. And Social Security has actually codified this in something called the grid rules. And you can check out more about the grid rules. I have a website devoted to the grid rules called gridrules.net, gridrules.net. I invite you to check that out. It goes into great detail and it actually shows you the grid rules in an easy to digest format. The official form is really hard to follow, so I kind of made it a little bit easier to follow. But basically, what the grid rules do is they change the definition of disability. This is pretty significant. So when I mean change the definition of disability, what I mean is this. If you're 35 or 45, in order to win disability, you've got to show you can't do anything at all. You would simply be unable to reliably perform any job. And as I put it when I'm talking to my clients, imagine a job, you're sitting in a warehouse, you're putting ink pens in a box, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. I call it a warm body, can you fog a mirror type of job. And that's a hard standard to meet because a lot of people, maybe they can't lift very much, they can't stand very long, but if they had a sit-stand option, they could put ink pens in a box. However, at age 50, then again at age 55, and I'm going to focus on people over 55, you are still disabled if you have a physical medical problem. It can't be mental health only, but it's got to have some physical component to it, even if you could do light work. Light work is defined as standing and walking 6 out of 8 hours of a workday, or sitting 6 hours out of 8 hours in a workday. So you consider stand for up to 6 out of 8 hours. Lifting 10 pounds frequently, 25 pounds, or 20 pounds occasionally. So it's a pretty significant amount of effort to do that. And a light job, most of the jobs in the economy, I'd say, are light jobs. So even if you could do a light job, you are still disabled under the grid rules. That's a significant change from saying you have to be disabled from everything out there. So even if you could do certain kinds of light work, you are still disabled. The key, though, with the grid rules is you've got to show that you don't really have any transferable skills. You don't have any way to take what your education or your work skills, and move it into an easier kind of job. And the way we do that is we would argue that your level of pain or maybe situational depression has reduced your mental capacity to the point where you wouldn't be able to multitask or focus on complex tasks, and it kind of brings you down to that sort of basic level of entry-level 1 or 2 step type of jobs. We can do that. I do that a lot using the grid rules. So again, if you're 55 or older and you've got a physical medical impairment, even if you think you have some capacity for work, you very well might meet the standard of disability simply because Social Security has changed the rules to make it a lot easier for people, because they realize there's not a lot of jobs out there if you're 55 and older with physical problems. Think about it. You got a back problem or knee problem. Who's going to hire you? You're a risk to them. You're going to risk that you're going to file a workers' comp claim. You're a risk that you're going to maybe hurt yourself at work to yourself. any number of reasons, but basically Social Security recognizes this. So if you're 55 or older and you've got something significant going on medically, I think it's worth exploring if you're having trouble working. Obviously, if you can work, you should work. But if you're having trouble working and you want to pursue disability and you're over 55, you have a huge advantage, and I'm happy to explain to you how that works in your particular case. You can reach out to me and ask for a case evaluation at my website, ssdanswers.com. I've also got a Secrets to Winning Disability Survival Kit you can download there. I think you'll find that very useful. It's information that I've gathered and put together over the last 25 plus years. So again, if I can help you, I'm happy to do so. My name again, Jonathan Ginsberg, disability attorney. And again, if I can help you, love to hear from you. Thanks a lot. Hi, this is Jonathan Ginsberg, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to know more about how to win your Social Security disability case, I'd like to invite you to download my Secrets to Getting Approved Early Survival Kit that I created just for people like you. Currently, I'm making the survival kit available at no cost, and I encourage you to grab your copy now. Some of the topics I cover include: how do I know if I have a case? Is it the right time for me to file my claim? 9 common mistakes that can doom your case. The 3 must-have arguments you use to win your case. And a topic that every disability claimant wants to know: how to avoid trick questions from the judge. If you or a loved one need to win Social Security disability benefits, you'll find the Survival Kit essential reading. Download your Survival Kit right now and at no cost. Just visit ssdanswers.com/survival and sign up. It's that easy. Please act now. And as always, I wish you the best.